Good morning, card media. It's RJ back with another video, so let's get to it. Today's random Mike Schmidt item of the day from 2008, the Triple Threads Sepia Parallel version. Now, it's just like it says, it's the high-end brand Triple Threads, numbered to 525, one of the many color parallels that existed of this product. They didn't have so many back in the original days. Triple Threads came out in 2006, and there was maybe a handful, about 5 or so parallel, different colored parallels. Now there's like 12, 15 or something like that all the time, so it's a little absurd, but back then it wasn't so bad, and this is one I picked up, Triple Threads 2008. Talk more about that in a little bit, actually. Today's random baseball item of the day from 1984, Fleer, the Perez Rose Morgan Reds Reunited Superstar Special card. This was part of the base set, numbered 636. I have this in a PSA 9. The reason I picked this up is because, if you recall, I'm going to put this right here for now. I recently showed off this card multiple times because I pulled this out of a pack. I actually pulled this out of packs of Series 2. I got my jumbo box of Series 2, picked this up, and thought it looked awesome. It is the picture of the Phillies. It's the Phillies team card from 2023, numbered 567. So this card was part of the base set, but this is the rainbow foil version. It's just an awesome picture. The Phillies hanging out on the field after they won the National League pennant last year, or I should say after 2022, they won the National League pennant, beat the Padres. You got Bryce Harper there right up front, sitting there mugging for the camera. And I thought this was an awesome image, looked pretty sharp, sent it in. It got me a PSA Gem Mint 10 on this card. And if you remember, one of the things I started doing is getting every single version of this card that I could find, every colored parallel, every style, everything. Any card that's this image on it, I've been trying to acquire. Now, there's a long way to go. Probably not going to get them all, but that is my goal, to get every parallel I can find of this card, get it slabbed and graded, because I think it's just a great image. That is what inspired me to get this card back here. This is a great image of Phillies history. These three guys coming over and being on the same team together again, but for the Phillies in 1983, and helping them get to the World Series. They didn't win it, but these three guys helped. The very next year, so 1984, even though this image came out in 1984 Fleer, all three were with different teams. So this was the last time these three guys were together on the field, and it's in the Phillies uniform. And I thought this was a great image. So I'm going to start another little project of mine, buying graded Phillies cards, or getting singles and getting them graded, that highlight cool events in Phillies history. Doesn't have to be a no-hitter, like I'm doing that no-hitter thing on the side as well. But this one is just awesome happenings in Phillies. And I don't want to just get one card of a player because that player did something awesome. Again, I want the card itself to highlight something awesome. So that is my random baseball item of the day. My random, or today's trivia question, Today's trivia question, the prize will be this 1996 Willie Mays card. It's a reprint. It was an insert set. They reprinted every one of Willie's playing days Topps base set releases featuring Willie Mays. Put that little gold foil. They did the same thing with Mickey Mantle. If you recall, there are 36 cards in my collection that have the mantle and the foil on it. But this one is the Willie Mays. That is the prize if you can answer me this question. Since it is trade season and we're still talking about trades and what everybody did in trade, let's talk about Willie. Willie Mays played almost all of his career with the New York or San Francisco Giants. However, in the offseason of 1972-1973, the Giants parted ways with Willie Mays, and he ended up on the New York Mets and helped them get to the World Series in 1973, where they lost to the Oakland Athletics, but Willie was a part of the World Series team. So The question to you is, how did the Mets acquire Willie Mays? Was it an outright purchase? Was it a trade? Was he signed in the offseason because the San Francisco Giants released him? How did the Mets acquire Willie Mays? Send me an email with that answer. My email will be in the description below, along with a repeat of that question. You'll have today and tomorrow to answer, and we'll pick a winner on Sunday, all right? Good luck to everybody on that one. So today, I'm going to vent a little while, so give me a second. I'm going to spin the camera around and do a little rambling and venting, so hang on. All right, so I'm back, and I'm going to vent a little bit. So I showed off this card a second ago. It is the, let me see, put it right there. It is the 2008 Triple Threads Mike Schmidt card. All right. Here is another card I picked up at the same time. It's the 2009 Mike Schmidt Sepia Triple Threads. Both were part of a big COM-C pickup I did. I did a big COM-C purchase not too long ago. And it was because I was picking up a lot of the Triple Threads and other high-end cards, museum collection, Topps Tribute, Elite. There's a whole bunch of them. And they can all be had for about somewhere between under $10, $5, sometimes $1. So I spent a lot of time buying these cards. And I finally got over 1,500 unique Mike Schmidt cards. Now that sounds like a big number to some, but then I go to John Wade Boggs fan who's got over 6,000 Wade Boggs card, and I realize I'm pretty far away. So I thought to myself, wow, 1,500 cards. How many cards are out there? Because when I started, when I got back into collecting and I got onto the tradingcarddatabase.com, it tells you how many cards there are of your player, how many cards you could get. And when I started, there was like 8,000, a little over 8,000 Mike Schmidt cards. Now, the vast majority of those cards, so many of them were made after he retired. In fact, I think probably 90% of the Mike Schmidt cards out there were made after his playing days because you had all the proliferation of high-end brands and parallels and autos and one-of-ones and printing plates, and it's only getting worse. So this year, when I hit 1,500, I looked and I saw there are now nearly 11,000 Mike Schmidt cards available. And it really gave me a bit of a punch in the gut because I'm a big set collector, as you all know. My goal is to start a project and finish it. That's what I want to do. I don't want to start a project and go on forever. I want to start a project and finish it and move on to another project. And I knew you had to know if you're your PC a player, you have to know that you're never going to finish his run because there's so many other collectors out there and each one has a one of one and you're never going to have that one of one. So you have to know you're never going to finish it. But it also seemed like I could have at least fun getting closer. Well, now I realize I'm never going to get closer. I'm never going to get even close to all of my Mike Schmidt cards. So what do? Do I stop collecting Mike Schmidt cards? No. So I'm not going to stop collecting Mike Schmidt cards. I'm going to keep going. But how am I going to do it going forward? Going forward, I'm likely going to stop buying these cards. I'm likely going to stop buying all of these they're high-end brands. Most of what comes out these days, currently, I'll probably stop buying them. I'll stop. What I will start concentrating on is going to be all the releases from his playing days. So there's still a lot of cards and items from his playing days that I don't have. A lot of regional issues, a lot of knockoff brands, things that weren't readily available, discs, team photo things, the Venezuelan stamp, for those who know what that is. There's a lot of cards out there that aren't readily available. You have to look for them. So I'm going to turn my hobby dollars to that pursuit and try and try and acquire every card created for Mike Schmidt during his playing days. That's where I think I'm going to turn my Mike Schmidt hobby dollars, because, again, spending hobby dollars on this, while it looks cool that you can say you have all these cards, it's in my mindset where I want to start something and finish it. It's a pointless exercise. It just doesn't, it's not going to help me at all achieve hobby happiness. I want to look at a checklist and say I've completed something. So going forward, I'm probably going to stop buying these kind of things and start buying any release of a Mike Schmidt card, disc, coin, cup, things that were produced while he was playing, and just stop anything after, let's say, 1990, or anything 1990 and above. I'm really not going to waste my time with it anymore. I can't. I've got too many other things I want to spend money on. I'm still trying to buy top sets. I want to own every top set, base set ever made, which, yeah, I know what that sounds like. I mean, that assumes I'm going to spend, at least $10,000 on a PSA Mickey Mantle Authentic, so I understand what I'm saying when I say this, but that's a goal of mine. I'm doing a number of different PSA set registers. I start those every once in a while. That's fun because I can get to the end of that typically, except for that darn Phillies one where they just added 9 new ones. So anyway, I'm ranting a bit. Sorry about that, but I really, really wanted to talk about my hobby goals and how they have changed, and just share that with you. I'd be love to hear what any other super collectors out there think about this. Is there a way you handle your collecting of a player when you know you'll never get all their cards? You know that. What do you focus on? I'd love to hear from other super collectors out there. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please consider like, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. I do appreciate it. I am. I got one more trivia question and thing on Friday, so stop by for that if you want. And thanks for taking a little bit of your time out of your day to talk to listen to what I had to say. All right. Again, if you would love comments on what you guys super collectors collect and how you do it. So anyway, appreciate you all stopping by. Have a great rest of your day. So hope to see you on Friday. Take care.